guys? This is Brooder with Fatten Farms. I had some baby buttons hatch last night, so I wanted to kind of take you through a bit of the hatching process and what I do to kind of care for them and make sure that they can grow successfully as adults. So I'm going to show you all the baby buttons in the incubator right now. But before I do that, I wanted to show you the baby bird's nest that was in my greenhouse the other day, the last video I did. It's actually a wren. It's not, I think I said a starling last time, but yeah, it's actually a wren. So they have like a 15-day incubation period, so her egg should hatch sometime later this week. So I'm going to show you, I'm just going to peek inside. I don't think she's in right now. I just saw her fly out. So I'm trying to zoom in as much as I can. I don't want to touch anything. Let's see those little, I think she has 4 or 5 in there. So I'll keep you guys updated when they hatch. And for those of you who asked last time, these, I don't know if I showed you, these are what anemones look like. I think I showed in the last video, but they're all just starting to come up. And then ranunculus, I picked a lot last night actually, but this is what these look like, ranunculus. Oh, this one's dark, hold on. Okay, so it is already starting to pour out, but I did pick some ranunculus yesterday. Let's see. It's the big purple one. Look how beautiful that thing is. And then the red ones too. So they're gonna really start coming on now that the weather is starting to warm up. Right after tulip and daffodil season is usually ranunculus and then peonies. So it kind of like follows you right into the summertime. But enough of the flowers. I wanna go show you the baby buttons. Okay, so I have these 2 incubators running. As you know, that's the Reeves pheasants, and then this one is button quail eggs. It's day 14, so I have to stop rotating them. This can be a little slippery down here sometimes, so I put paper towels down before placing them down so that the chicks don't get like split legs when they hatch. So I'm sure everyone has their own ways of doing this, but for this incubator, the past couple years, this has worked great for me. So I just literally place the teeny eggs back on. I'll fill up the water so that the humidity rises, and then I'll keep these until they hatch on lockdown. Alright, so sorry for this purple light. This is the grow light. I'm in my seedling / incubation room, but there was significantly more buttons that hatched, than I expected. I think there was like a 95% hatch rate, which is like unheard of for me. And then we have Freddie here, who's just obsessed with watching these little guys for hours on end. But I'm gonna wait till they fluff up tonight, and then I'm gonna show you tomorrow morning all 15 or 16 of them. Hi, Fred. So these are all the seedlings I'm talking about. My greenhouse is chock full, so this is like just a seedling starting room, and I have the incubators in here as well, so it works out perfectly. There's so many little babies in here. I just shoved in a water bottle cap of water and food, and they look like they're actually drinking. Usually you don't need that for like 2 to 3 days after they hatch, but they must be thirsty. Okay, so I won't bore you with all the details, but here's the fish tank. The heater is actually a heat pad, so you drop this down, and it has little legs on it, so you can adjust what the height you want to the ground is. For regular chicks, I do a few inches, but for these, you can do like maybe ½ an inch to an inch. Just a side note: if you're going to raise chicks in the near future or whatever, just to use heating pad over heating lamp. Heating lamps are notorious for causing fires, and I've seen countless barns and houses burn down just because people think that's kind of the go-to way for keeping baby chicks alive, and I definitely, strongly urge against it. So definitely use a heating pad if you can. You can get them at your local agricultural store, on Amazon. I mean, tons of places sell them. They're definitely a safer option for people who are trying to raise chicks. So as you can see, they're in there right now in the incubator. I usually keep them in there for a few days, but there's way too many in there right now hatching. Or that hatch, so I have to kind of move them a little prematurely, which is fine. As long as they're not like a day or 2 old, they have time to fluff up, dry off, and now they're ready to go in their little brooder. Alright guys. Alright. Still trying to figure everything out right now. Good. Okay, so they're all trying to figure out the heating pad situation. It takes like maybe an hour or so for them to realize that they have to like stuff themselves in the bedding underneath to get warm. And so I'll probably show them right now how to do it. There was one that didn't make it overnight. It's not uncommon for this species of birds to, you know, for several of them to die after hatching for whatever reason. Sometimes you don't do anything wrong at all. It's just a failure to thrive. And so these definitely are more fragile birds than like Caturnix quail or other quail that I've raised. But you know, you always lose one or two during hatch, and it's unfortunate, but not uncommon. Okay guys, you gotta go under. It's gonna get cold. Come on. Also, baby buttons are incredibly teeny, so I've seen them drown in almost something less than a water bottle cap. So you definitely want to be careful when filling their water. I use a plastic cup and I cut it down to about a ½ an inch, so there's almost no way that they can drown, but you definitely have to watch them for the first week of life. If you came here from TikTok or Instagram, you know that these baby buttons constantly follow me around and usually hop into my hand. I've only tried 6 or 7 at the most on my bed, just because usually they scatter. But I think there's 13 of them, and I'm going to try and get 13 to run my hand today, so we'll see how that works out. Oh, come on. No, wait. Come on, guys. Wow, there's so many. Come on. Oh my lord. Hi. So many buttons. Hello. Come here. Okay, how many buttons? Come on, guys. Hello. Come on. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna count you quick. 1 sec. That actually went a lot smoother than I expected it to. Usually when I used to raise button quails, they would scatter as soon as they heard my voice, never mind my hand out front like that. I've been like selectively breeding button quails over the years, like the friendliest, most tame ones, so I guess it's like a domestication process. And so apparently it's working, or I'm doing something different, but you know, they seem to love me now, so. Okay, I'm taking one out at a time since he wants to be a mischievous little guy and run. So Finn is a totally different type of quail. He's a Mearns quail. Ooh, don't jump, don't jump. And these are button quails, or king quails as they're known by another name. But I want him to get familiar with chicks and like comfortable around them, just because it's going to be mating season for him soon, and he's going to have his own babies for the first time in 2 years. And so, you know, sometimes males can be really aggressive towards other baby quails, and even, you know, female or male. So he has a really like calm personality, but I like to expose him to chicks, you know, throughout, you know, just his life, just so he's comfortable being around them, and there's no chance of him showing aggression when he has chicks of his own. Okay, you're gonna do nice, right? The baby button. Say hi. He literally doesn't care at all. See a chick? Very carefree bird. He's not like the other merns where they would literally jump with this. Okay, just on your back. Want to get off in the back? What are we doing, guys? Okay, come on, no more. No window time? No window time? Go play with the chick? Huh? He's like, not today. Oh. Okay, we have eeny, meeny, miny, mo, because I'm lazy and tired of naming buttons. And they come as a quartet, so they're all together. Perfect. We have Diablo, because it's the only button quail that decides to run off the bed out of 13. And we have Juniper and Penguin. This guy right here looks like a little penguin with his markings, and the other one, Juniper, just because I like that name. Oh, see you later, buddy. And I may have named one of these already, but these are all silvers. It's the color when they grow up. So I haven't named these four yet, so you guys can think of some names in the comments because I'm fresh out. Well, perfect.